Hey Pisces, welcome to your weekly forecast for the July 20th through the 26th. We're going to see what's happening the weekend with this lovely deck here. Little mermaid deck to go with our mermaid ocean theme for the summer. And we're going to pull an angel oracle card from this deck here and see what oracle message is coming in from spirit for all you lovely Pisces. Alrighty, real quick, special big thank you to the viewer Rapid Luxury for making these beautiful nails and sending them to me. So I have her info in the description if you want to check her out on social media or support her small business. And I want to say thank you to another viewer, Lauren, who sent me this jewelry. So I've got their stuff in the link of the description just as a thank you for their generosity and kindness. But we're going to see what's happening for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising in the week ahead. Okay, my darlings. So we have here King of Cups, understanding. This is a great deck if you're trying to learn tarot and you have a hard time with the meanings of the cards, because there's like little words here. Obviously it's one short word and the creator of the deck has used the words that like they associate with the cards, but it can be very helpful if you're trying to learn tarot and you have a hard time remembering. But King of Cups is your energy, Pisces. You guys are water sign energy. So this could definitely be something that's happening this week where you are embracing or stepping into the masculine energy of the water sign. Okay, now this doesn't matter if you are male or female, or if you identify as male or female, or non-binary, or whatever it might be. I know there's like a whole range and a whole spectrum, but whatever the case, every single person has feminine and masculine energy, and it has nothing to do with who we're attracted to, or our drive or anything like that. Each person has feminine and masculine energy. So you might be stepping into that masculine energy of the water sign. So the thing about King of Cups, he can be very generous, but he's also very cautious. And Pisces, you guys have had a lot of, you guys have had a theme in your weekly readings lately, how you're stepping into your self-esteem and your confidence, and you're standing up for yourself in ways where you feel safe to stand up for yourself. Because there's this overall theme of you're not wanting to rock the boat, but at the same time, you're not wanting to be left behind or be taken advantage of. And that's one of the things that I think of when I see the King of Cups. Because like I said, the King of Cups can be very generous, but he's not going to be anybody's fool. He's going to look at a situation and he's going to ask himself, is this a good situation for me to invest in? Is this something that I can help and not be taken advantage of or not regret later? And so sometimes one of the things I see with this is you're putting limits on your generosity, right? And I always give the example. Somebody might come to you and be like, oh my God, Pisces, I really need your help. They're gonna shut my cell phone off, and I need my cell phone for work, and I need my cell phone to, keep in touch with my family. And it's really important, but I'm really behind on the bill, and I just really need to borrow $200, right? Maybe you have $250 in your account, but you think about it, rent's going to be due soon, and if I don't have that money, I'm going to be short on my rent, or, by the time I get paid again, I'm not going to have enough for groceries or gas or, bus fare or subway fare or whatever it is, right? You might kind of think, I can't risk it. So you're going to be able to say no without feeling bad, or you're going to be able to say, look, you know what? I'm really sorry that you're going through this. I can't give you the 200, but I can give you 50, or I can give you 100. And, you can just pay me back whenever you can, whenever you're able, right? You're able to be generous, but not in a way where you're going to resent it later or put yourself in a bad situation. So healthier boundaries, being able to be kind, being able to be generous, but also being able to stand up for yourself and protect your own interests, right? Be in that self-preserving energy. King of Cups is also a personality type of somebody who is very kind of cultured. So some of you maybe are learning about different cultures or planning in the future when things are different and we can all move around again. You may be planning travels for the future. Some of you might be interested in learning like a new language or like a different ways of life. So some of you might be taking in information like this as well, because sometimes the King of Cups can be someone who's really drawn to different customs and different ways of life and different types of food and music and, you know, things like that. So there's like a cultured energy to the King of Cups too sometimes. So this next card here is the Queen of Swords. So if you've got air in your chart, this could definitely be something that's coming to the surface. But this card really is confirming what I felt with the the King of Cups, right? We talked about how with the King of Cups, you're being cautious. You know, you're not going to be played for a fool, or you're not going to put yourself in a situation that is going to, you know, be difficult for you later. The Queen of Swords can do these things without feeling bad about it. And the Queen of Swords has a really good vision about what she wants, where she wants to go, what she wants to do. And she's not going to tolerate anybody getting in the way of that. Okay, so for some of you, maybe it's not necessarily financial. It could be an energetic thing. You might find, Pisces, this week that like you're keeping your phone turned off, or you're being very strict about your rest time, right? You're not going to let people pull you in with emergencies, or they need something, or, you know, they need your attention, your energy, your time. You might be just very focused on what you're trying to do in your life and what you're trying to create in your life right now. Another thing about the Queen of Swords is she does not suffer fools kindly. She doesn't have the patience for it. So you might even be feeling like you're a little bit feistier, or you might be feeling like you're actually calling people out. Like if somebody is lying to you, or if somebody is being rude. I feel some of you are around people that maybe are a little bit passive aggressive, or people who like they do these little insults that are like disguised as compliments. It's like it's an insult wrapped in a compliment, and after you process the compliment, you're like, wait a minute, what's that supposed to mean? Right? So some of you might be calling people out on this behavior. Or if you've been someone that you kind of have caught yourself being a little bit passive aggressive because you're frustrated but you feel weird about speaking up, so you've kind of like been passive aggressive, you're breaking out of that and you're speaking up, and you're like, look, this isn't okay, or this is bothering me, or this is offensive to me. But overall, the Queen of Swords, she's gonna remove anyone who is distracting her from what she needs to do or what she wants to do, or anybody who's taking advantage. She's not going to hesitate. So I feel you guys are becoming more comfortable and more protective of your boundaries. You're sticking to it. Some of you have already been in this cycle because it's kind of somewhat come up in your previous weekly forecasts, but you might have people who are testing your limit. And so this might be a week where you actually end up cutting people off. Like, we've talked about this, or I've been very clear about this, and I feel like I'm being disrespected, or I feel like you're not respecting my boundaries. So some of you may end up cutting people off, or, you know, changing your number and not giving your number out to everybody, only to like just certain people. Or you might be blocking people on social media, or blocking their numbers, you know. So some of you might actually be kind of like thinning out your circle even. Your next card here, Pisces, is, King of Pentacles. So you have all this royal energy here. You've got the royal court. One thing that I really like so far, I said king, it's knight of pentacles, not king, but knight of pentacles. But still, you've got all these people and all these court cards. And one thing that I really, really like in your reading so far, I don't know if any of you have caught it yet, but from what I see, and I'm curious to see what your next card is going to be. I'm going to crack up if it is a fire card. But so far, you have very balanced energy. You have water with the King of Cups. You have air with the Queen of Swords. And you have earth with the Knight of Pentacles. So this makes me feel like a lot of you are going to be very calm this week. Even though you might be taking these very important stands and like, you know, putting your boundaries in place. At the same time, you're in the energy of where you're not freaking out about it. You're feeling in control. You're feeling calm. You're not having anxiety about it. Knight of Pentacles is a card about loyalty. So I feel some of you are cutting people out or removing distraction because you're trying to focus on either finishing school. You might like have exams coming up, or you're wanting to go back to school and you have to work. And so you're having to, you know, get really structured in some kind of a schedule, right? Or you're really kind of focusing on your career, moving up in your career, or a business project type situation. But it's becoming very clear to you that you need to stay focused and that you have a long road ahead for yourself in terms of what you're trying to accomplish. And so you're trying to protect that path. You're trying to protect that focus. And this is what's motivating a lot of you to put those boundaries in place. Now, the Knight of Pentacles brings us a message. Whatever it is you're trying to accomplish here, whether you're trying to, like, you know, pass your exams and graduate, or move up in your job, or have a business be successful, whatever it might be. For some of you, maybe it's your marriage. Maybe it's your marriage or your relationship, and you guys have had a lot of distractions, and you guys are trying to focus on each other and heal the relationship, and you're having to remove the peanut gallery, you know, coming in and interfering all the time, you know, whatever it might be. But the Knight of Pentacles brings the message that you're going to succeed as long as you stay consistent. That's it. That's going to be the key to your success. One foot in front of the other. Keep doing the work. Give it time. Be patient. Just stay consistent. Stay loyal. And you're going to see progress. Okay? The thing that I see a lot of the times too with Knight of Pentacles, this is taking time because you're doing something very big. It's something that's going to have a very long-lasting positive benefit in your life, and you're investing into something very big, so it takes time, right? If you planted seeds out in your yard, if you were growing flowers, you know, flowers are going to come up pretty quickly. But if you were growing from a seed, an oak tree, that's going to take time, right? And it's going to take consistent care, and it will grow. But that oak tree, because it's going to be something that's going to stand the test of time and that's going to be around for generations, it's going to take time to grow. It's not going to grow as quickly as the flowers. So a lot of the times when I see the Knight of Pentacles, it's because you're doing something really big and you have to stay the course. As long as you stay the course, you're going to have the positive result. So the next card here, it's not a fire card, but you have temptation, you have the vortex, and this is earth energy. This is going to be what we know in traditional tarot as the devil card. So some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn, or some of you could be dealing with the energy that comes in with the 15th major arcana. This is a major arcana card, so this is like a chapter, a theme that you're going to be experiencing. And so for some of you, this is going to be the negative ego, not getting pulled into the fear. Because anytime we're about to make a really big change in our life, like a permanent change, that's even though it's going to be for the better, the negative ego is terrified of change. So what it's going to start doing is it's going to try to convince you to give up. That's it. It's going to try to convince you to give up. And this is when we start having all of the negative thoughts about how, you know, we don't know what we're doing and everybody's laughing at us and we can't pull this off and who do we think we are and this is hopeless and all that negative self-talk that comes jumping up in our head. So what you can do is you can call on Archangel Jophiel to help you to have more positive thoughts, to help you speak in your internal dialogue in a more loving and gentle way, to help you see yourself as heaven sees you, to help you love yourself as heaven loves you, and to help you see others as heaven sees them, right? This can bring a sense of security a lot of the times as well, or understanding, so that we're not feeling so conflicted or worried about our interactions with other people in our day-to-day lives who are a part of our day-to-day lives. So this can be very helpful. As far as the card having to do with fear and things like this, I'm going to be very honest, Pisces, and this might not be for all of you. It could be just for a percentage. I feel that now that you start moving forward and now that you're making progress and you're coming into this independence, I feel like this card is also saying for some of you, don't fall into the trap of materialism, where we start measuring our success and our progress solely like on our status, on our job level or our bank account or how much money that we're making. Don't allow yourself to get caught up in that trap of where like you are defining yourself by those things. There's nothing wrong with wanting those things. There's nothing wrong with wanting to move up in your career. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have a certain title or position. There's nothing wrong with wanting to have a certain, you know, amount of money in your bank account or certain possessions. There's nothing wrong with wanting those things, but don't let yourself obsess about it, and don't let yourself define your worth by it. Because when we start defining our worth by our title or our possessions, that can create a block sometimes where spirit might intervene and take those things away until we can learn that we are a child of God, that we are worthy and deserving regardless, that that's not what makes us who we are. So sometimes that can create like an energy of lack in our life. So I just want to put that out there as well. So we're going to see what your oracle message is for the week, Pisces. And again, you might want to watch your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those may resonate with you more than others. You may want a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you if you want to click on the Calendly link in the description of the video. Ooh, look at this, Angel of Abundance. A steady flow of abundance is about to manifest. So you guys are definitely manifesting money. You definitely are. And I do feel a lot of you are going to be manifesting some clout here, some, you know, some moving up, some title along with this abundance. And so that's why, again, I feel that card was saying, don't let yourself go to the other extreme where you obsess about it. But you definitely do have this energy coming in. That pink, that bright pink there is very much a color I associate with the Jophiel. So I do feel like you guys are being encouraged to work with her and helping you keep your mindset positive. Uriel is associated with yellow and orange, and Uriel is really great for helping us overcome obstacles and to help keep our stamina, right? You guys had that Knight of Pentacles that said keep going. So Uriel is really great with helping us with our stamina or staying the course. So these are archangels that a lot of you can call in as well. Alrighty, Pisces, be sure to check out your moon sign and rising sign, like I said. If you haven't watched the channeled angel messages for July, those are linked in the description. If you're looking for a love and romance reading, the July love readings are linked in the description as well. And I will be choosing in the next few days the winner of the free 30-minute reading that I'm giving away. And another winner that's going to win the crystal obsidian arrowhead that I'm giving away. And I'm going to pick those winners on social media one from Instagram and one from Facebook for my Amethyst Angellight pages. So I'm just going to pick people from the comments and the likes if you want to get in on that, or if you just want to see what the card of the day is and the daily messages that I post, you know, be sure to be on the social media as well. I thank you all for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, and subscribing. Bye, Pisces. Take care.